welcome to my channel. Today's tutorial is on how to cut 720 handkerchief circle. So that's what we are going to cut today, and I have my fabric here with my lining. 720 meaning 360. So we are going to cut 2 handkerchief flare. Okay, so one is going to be for back and one is going to be for front. Please, if you are watching me and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing, like and share this video. Okay, so the measurement that we are using, the waist is 35. If you divide it into 2, it's going to be 17.5. So 17.5 for this, 17.5 for this one. And so because I'm going to make one for front and one for back, what I'm going to do is the front one, 17.5, I'll run it to 18. So I'll make it 18. Okay, so 18, we'll divide it by 6.28. That is what we use to cut full circle, 6.28. So when I divide it by 6.28, I'm going to get 2.8. And then the length that I'm using, the full the top length of my client is 24 and the half length is 17. So when I get 17 from 24, it will remain with 7, and so 7, I'll add 1 to it to make it 8. Okay, so 8 plus 2.8. So let's say that even the 2.8 is 3 inches. 8 plus 3 inches is going to be 11. So we'll have 11 here. When we place it here, 11 is here. And then when we come here to, this is 11. Do you get it? Yes. Okay, so I will roll it. Then 11 here also. So we need a perfect square. I'm going to place my 2.8 here, and so I have 2.8. This is 2.5. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to make it, instead of 2.8, I'm going to make it 2.75. so it will be on the 1/4 inch, and that will be okay, because circle, when you mark a circle, it also stretches. So even if I decide to make it 2.5, it will still be okay because circle stretches. So let's make it 2.5 and see. So this second dots are not parts. So I'm going to measure and see. What I have here is 9. What I have here is 4.5. So 4.5 times 4, because at the end of the day we have folded this into 4. You get it? Into 4. So 4.5 times 4, 4.5 times 2 is going to be 9. And so 9, I'm going to have what? 18. So I'm going to have 18 for front. Meanwhile, I need 17.5 for front, but the 18 is okay because I'll join it to the back. So it will take care of it and it will stretch. After cutting, you realize that when it stretches, it will be more than 18. So I'll get half to hold each other and it will be within the exact measurement that I want. Okay, so the This is folded into 4, you see. And so at the end of the day, what you need is, when you calculate your radius, you need that plus the length of your peplum times 4. Do you get it? And so we've had our perfect circle. So I'm going to cut this out. And I'm going to cut this also. So this is it. Put this aside, and then we are going to cut the one for the back also. This one too is folded into 4 plus 8 lining, and this also 17.5. I am going to add, because this is going to be for the back, I will need zip allowance, so I'm going to add 2.5 to 8, and so the 17.5 is going to be 20. And so 20, when I divide it by 6.28, 6.28 is what we use to calculate for full circle. Do you get it? And so I will divide it by 6.28, and I'm going to get 3.18. 3.18. So 3.18, I made up my mind to run it to 3.2. 3.2. Okay, so 3.2, when you add it to your, the length is 8 inches, is going to be 11.2. So 11.2 here also. 11.2, I'm going to make it 11.5. 11.5 here. Then I'm going to make here also 11.5. Then I'm going to make here also 11.5. So we need perfect. Okay. So we need a perfect square. Cut this. So we'll get a perfect square. So I'm going to make it 3.2. I'm going to measure 3.2. So I'll place it here and measure my 3.2. So I'm going to take the 1/4 inch, which is going to be 3.25. But when I take, it's going to be 3.25. Okay, so I will take this one. Okay. So I'm going to take this and not the 1/4 inch. Do you get it? So I'll take this. Okay, so let me draw. So let's measure the circle and see what we have there. We have 5.5, and so 5.5 is going to be times 2 is going to be 11, and at the end of the day we are going to have 22. So it's enough to get our zip allowance from it, because I'm going to make use of zip allowance of 2 inches from each side, so 4 inches. So if I take 4 inches from the 22, it's going to be remain with 18. Do you get it? Which is okay. After cutting, realize that it will be more than that, and so it will be able to join to the front one, and everything will be okay. So I'm going to cut this. Okay, so I have my 8.5. Just as I have this one also. So everything is equal now. So at the end of the day, that is it. You see, your handkerchief, we are done cutting. And so because this is for the back, what I'm going to do is to divide it into 2. I'm going to divide it into 2. And I'm going to divide it from the middle here. Separate it this way. And so I have this. Let me mark. This is my wrong place. Wrong side of the fabric. So I have this, you see, and then I have this one also. Do you get it? Okay, I will divide the lining also into 2. Okay, so this is it for the lining. Now when it comes to the front part, with the front, I'm going to divide only one side. I'm going to cut only one side. You see, I'm going to cut only one side. So this is it. So the front, this is for front, you see. So this is for front, you see. Front, you see. When I open up, this is it. And so let's measure and see what we have. So we have like 18.5, which is okay to take care of both holdings. Okay, so this is it for front, you see. Okay, and the lining too, I'm going to cut one side. Okay, so this is it, you see. So I'm going to place the lining on a stiff and then cut it out. Hey guys, so here is it. I've attached the stiff to the lining. You can decide also to cut stiff for the fabric and attach it to it, but my client wanted something that will relax on her, so I'm not going to add stiff to the fabric. Okay, so after we are going to join it, and so we will join it this way, you see. Going to join this here, so on a 1/4 or 1/2 inch, and then I'm going to join this one also, you see, and sew here. Okay, so I'm going to hold them with pins. Okay, so this is it. Okay, so I'll put this aside, and I'm going to do the same thing for the fabric also. So here is it, and I'm going to attach one of the back also to it, right side facing right side, this way here. So here, so I'm going to hold them with pins. Okay, so here is it. So after, the next thing I'm going to do is open up this way. I'm going to attach the stiff to it this way. Then I'll pick the stiff also and then attach it to it this way, you see. And I'm going to sew. It's a square thing, so there are a lot of squares in it, so I'll sew here and sew here, get sew here all through, you see, sew, and then get to this side too, sew all through up to, so I'll sew it that way through all the squares to the ends of the other one. Then I will turn it inside and come and show you the end result. Okay guys, so here is it. I'm done. So you see, this is the zip line. So you see, all square through, you see, and this is the next zip line. Okay, so I'm going to attach this to the top. Okay, so this is the top, and I'm going to attach it from zip line to zip line this way, you see, this way, pin it and sew it all through to the next. So I'll sew everything, add my zip, and come and show you the end results.